doggo, and I sneeze, sneeze, sneeze.
Woolen jump scare. Hey. Can you lot... The music's probably actually very quiet, right? British jump scare. Hello. I can actually reveal this side of my head if you like. Your music is fine? Alright, give me a minute. Hey Waste, hey Monus. Oh, thanks for the 42 months. Hey Waste, hey Ick. How on y'all? Chat, do you wanna know what's crazy? Right? It's been like a few months maybe since we last touched WouHou. You know what I did? I went in here, I hit this button, and it just fucking compiled. This needs to be flipped horizontally. Way better. It just fucking works. We can just work. We don't have to we don't have to sacrifice anyone. We can immediately get on with development. Hey Menace. Yoma? Whoops. Thanks for the tier 2. Ooh.
Yo ho yo ho yo ho, it's
Hee hee hoo hoo hoo.
hoo.
Thanks for the 45 months. Hey. Oh. This is orange juice with honey from M&S. How are you all? How's your week been? Hey Bowser. I'm waiting for my art to dry. How is everyone? Oh, I've been meaning to stream this for like a couple weeks. I just haven't gotten around to it. But today I'm feeling it. I don't remember what we were doing last time. I feel like we implemented this like damage dealing system. That seems important, doesn't it? And you can like make it full screen and shit. It's crazy. Alright, I think, you know what we should start with? Donut said he's made a version 1.0 of his LibDonut. So maybe we should try and implement that. What do you reckon? Because then if we can get that working, then that's poggers. Then we can just move on. I will hide the Elgato for a second while I sort that out. Do I have just a webcam? I don't think I do. I'm gonna make a new... You're watching me live. I'm gonna make a new scene that's just the webcam. So, you don't have to watch my thing. Here you go. You can see me in HD now. Aren't I beautiful? Alright, I'm just doing this for a second while I sort out my Discord. How are you all? No, I'm self-conscious, I'm too big. I'm gonna make myself a bit smaller. That's nicer. I prefer that. That's somehow less embarrassing. Somehow. More smaller. Yeah, I don't like being large. I feel like I'm in a film. I'm gonna add some text. What's this text that was already here? That's old. Let's call this just doing some stuff. Please be patient. There you go. Alright, let's see. Donut. I don't know what all this shit is he sent me. I can't read any of this. Okay, this is useless. I'm gonna open up my Firefox then. We're gonna go to GitHub LibDonut. Your uni classes start on Wednesday, but you have to do preliminary exams tomorrow. Nice, nice revision you're doing there, huh? Okay. Donut, this is not version 1.0, this is version 1.4.2. Explain yourself. Project setup. Copy the content. This is not what I'm doing, is it? Oh, here we go. Edit cmake.lists in your project folder. Change the project name. Set the git tag to the commit hash of the LibDonut release you want to use. Is it that simple? Can I just update it? I remember that is what I used to do, but I thought something might change. How do I get the hash? Is it this? It's this, I think. Alright, let's bring this back. Do you think it would be fun to have one of those Steam Decks, like the Stream Decks, where you can like change between all your menus? I guess I could use my Steam Deck as a Stream Deck. It's even touchscreen. Hey Donut. For my first piece of news, Donut, or my first thing on my to-do list that doesn't exist, I was going to update myself to the latest version of LibDonut. So I'm just trying to remember how I do that. CMake lists. Donut. I have this, which I think is 1.4.2, or it's this. 1.4.2. There's nothing private, chat, probably. Nice to see you, Donut, by the way. Is this it? Is this all is this stable enough to use, or should I go back for an older commit? You almost just missed it. I think Donut probably shows up occasionally, but like just never writes anything because he likes to see me suffer. Chat, you know what's been annoying me like lately? YouTube adds anything that you mouse over accidentally to your history. So my recommended YouTube videos are fucked. Like, it is horrible. When you scroll the main YouTube, it just like randomly shoves stuff in your face and you don't want it. But you're scrolling and it still loads like the thumbnail and like stutters for a second as you're scrolling. So my entire like history is full of these videos that I'm not interested in. It seems to think that I've watched them and is now recommending me more of them. So my YouTube is useless. It's back to subs, which I used to do always subs, and then VTubers came out and made 100 videos a day, so I went back to using the home screen, but now I'm going back to subs because the algorithm's fucked. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Scout. How's this? This looks nice. What's up? Okay, something will have probably changed, huh? Do I need to update maybe something else as well? Error. No file or include format. You hate that hovers can't have used. They didn't used to, right? It's like I've only recently noticed. I was like, I didn't watch that. And it's not like it marks you of having watched like 1 second. It says that you've watched the whole thing. So sometimes it's a video I did want to watch. It says I've watched it, thinks I've watched it entirely, and then never shows it to me again. So I have to go through my history to find things I wanted to see. Anyway, hover over a woolen sleevelet videos. Check out the template project, compare it to yours. What's going on? Include format. Okay, so that's not actually the issue then, right? Remember name format in namespace standard. What version of C++? It says C++ 20. Was I using that with this? I don't remember. You don't click on them. Do you think it decreases them in the algorithm if you just hover them? No. I think the only thing that decreases them in the algorithm is if you like just ignore it completely. Update your compiler if you haven't. Okay. What's the latest version of LibDonut that doesn't require me to pull out all the plugs? How do I do that on this machine? I have no recollection for how we installed this. Did I just... I have no fucking idea. I don't know where this compiler is located or how I'm managing the version. Was I doing it with this, maybe? Do you... No, you're just a plugin to get it working. I don't think... Did I have community? Visuals... Pac-Man... I'm not using Pac-Man, this is a Steam Deck. I think. Yeah. Unbind all. I'm pretty sure I did not install it through Pac-Man, because then it would get bricked every time the Steam Deck restarts or is updated, and sometimes it auto updates even though it's disabled. So it might as well be whenever it restarts. How did I? Okay, you know what? Fuck the LibDonut thing. What's even fucking changed, huh? What have you done? When was the last time you didn't change the compiler? Because this is a big hassle for me to change as your end user. I don't know how many other end users you have. Was it 1.0 maybe? That might be safe. We can just try going up through the versions bit by bit and see which one breaks. If this one works, maybe. My user experience is not good. Hey, Jordan. Hang on, let's just... Okay, Visual Studio is now frozen. No, it's not. It just didn't want to open from there. That's fine. Let's just try and run all the versions. Whenever you switch from format to standard format, quit smoking. Is that like a big recent meme? Okay, so this isn't even the release. Doesn't even this fucking fly. Where's he gone? Piece of shit. This version isn't even relevant. You know what? I'm a legacy user. Alright? We legacy now. Ah. Alright, the legacy version crashed Visual Studio. What? But it didn't crash. What the fuck? Why are you on your Steam Deck Because I'm in fucking Scotland. Does this IDE not have a clean build folder? Did I say I wasn't going to try programming until I got Visual Studio Community working? Because somehow I feel like we're beyond using Microsoft Notepad. Let you Google if 12 is supposed to have format and you can enable it as an experimental feature. Well, that might not be all of the issues, you know? Okay, let's just try this. Let's see if there's anything else. Maybe I can somehow get around it. What GCC? You gotta restart. You gotta get to your PC first. What version are you using of the compiler? This says CMake minimum 3.21. That's not CMake though. What version of GCC? Whoops. What version do you recommend? C++, GCC version 13, what am I using? I'm using 12.2. You used 13 last time. So I just need to work out how to update my Clang compiler. Or GCC is, it's not Clang. Which is, I don't know what it stands for. GC++ or something. GC, garbage crap compiler. How did I do this last time? This is a Steam Deck. Hang on. Let me put it on the webcam. Let me just Google this temporarily. Install GCC on Steam Deck. That's compiling with GCC on the Steam Deck. Huh. Maybe I can use... Have any of you tried out coding on the Steam Deck? Don't do that. Okay. Reddit. These people are using Pac-Man. Did I use Pac-Man? Maybe if I try root. Hang on. Sudo su. Okay, I'm sudo suing. Pac-Man only has version 12.2. Right? That's not useful if you're using version 13. How did you get... Why are you using a new version? What's wrong with the old one? What did you need? GCC 13. Sudo soup. Sudo soup. Sudo soup. How new is GCC 13? July? Oh, donut. You're on an Arch-based repo, so I thought you'd have the same version. No, this is the Steam Deck. It's Arch, in the same way that Marble Arch is an Arch. It's in the name, but it functions rather poorly. I mean the tube station, not the actual Marble Arch, by the way, which is an arch, actually. It is strange. How have you been, Jortand? What have you been up to? You used what the package manager gave you. Yeah, but I'm trying to remember how I installed it in the first place. Yeah, I like stick to the oldest version of whatever works for as long as I can. Updating stuff like compilers always kills everything. Apparently C is now getting keywords for true, false, and bool. That's great. Compatibility trap? Oh dear. The old one didn't have format. Yeah, but you had a library that did format. Oh, but third-party libraries. Okay. Okay, this person's using a Steam Deck with a Warhammer figurine. Is it feasible? No, it's stupid. Okay, that's a good sign. This person is using Linux Brew. Is that like homebrew for Mac? Oh. Apparently homebrew runs on Linux. I had no idea. I guess obviously it does. It's a Unix application. That's sick. Okay. Hang on, I'll bring the screen back, I think. I think it's okay. Give me just a second. Look. There we go. Alright, this is fine, I think. Alright, gamers. This person's suggesting that we can just use homebrew. But I don't know what the latest version of GCC is on homebrew. But I use brew all the time at work. Can I just type in GCC? This looks like 13. No, yes. Yeah, this is 13. Okay, how do I get GCC on the Steam? How do I get Homebrew on the Steam Deck? Let me sort this out. I don't feel very comfortable. I know a lot of streamers do just use their web browsers on stream, but I don't feel comfortable, so I'm just gonna do this in the background. Okay. Homebrew. Homebrew is poggers. Some say it's bad. I don't. I like it. He's just linking a bunch of threads. I need to make a fucking user. Okay. You know what? There's nothing bad's probably gonna happen. If I accidentally dox myself, I don't have a house, so it's fine. I'm in the fucking middle of nowhere. Alright. Let's try this. Let's clear this. Linux Brew. Sure. Crap. Chat, don't like steal my Steam Deck somehow because I'm printing out, like I'm making a new user with a password you can read, okay? If you get root access to my Steam Deck, just log out, okay? Thank you. Please don't print on my password to the screen. You know what? I don't trust the Steam Deck. I know it will. It'll be like, oh, is this your password? Just double checking. No such file or directory. If it didn't get just gonna copy and paste from the website. Probably trustworthy. They're using a green font, and I trust that. Trek's green, and he's very trustworthy. Create a user. Yes, it even says on the website, it's a horrible idea to execute shell scripts from the internet. Let's go! Alright, I'm making a user. Prevent logging in as the user. So this means you can't use the user as a user. They're just there, like you can't use it like a human. So it should say command not found. Cool. Command not found. Whatever. Alright. Random ass fucking script off of home. I mean, it's from Homebrew. It's probably fine, right? It's probably fine. Exit. Let me just grab this. Let me just hope that works. Bet Chris could fix this in 2 minutes. I bet. This is for you, Donut. You decided that you wanted to update your compiler. I was like, oh, I'll just start the stream off with a quick little... This would take 1 second, naturally. Yeah, you can install that, that's fine. Press return or enter. Okay. It seems to be installing. You thought it was so reasonable and you finally got rid of it. Donut, you're about to learn why every third-party library uses an ancient version of whatever compiler you like. You'll be like, why is Realm Swift using a version of Objective-C from 1968? And it's so it works with every computer. You should never maintain, you should never update. You should allow it to rot and fall apart. Oh, Heartbleed. Ooh, Spectre. Ooh, those are CPU related. Ooh, Trojan. Fine, alright. You know what, let it happen. If people are stupid enough to just randomly execute a script they found off the internet. Okay, they're asking me to volunteer. No. Further documentation. Okay, so far this random fucking tutorial on Google is working so far. Now it's installed, you might get permission issues. So maybe the step was redundant. Classic web tutorial. Why would I read for before just randomly doing it? Anyway, I don't remember exactly what I did to resolve this, but I found this. What the fuck? Alright, some of these look right. You're gonna write a tutorial? Maybe... Okay, this is working. Okay, this is actually working. Hang on. Linux. Check the permission. Dude, I'm not rebooting. I guess I could. But I'm not gonna. Okay, this does not work. How do you refresh? How do you restart? Hang on. Terminal restart session. It's a really easy command. I don't remember what it is. Oh. You can just redo the source. Is it using? It's not. This isn't Z shell. This is bash. Restart bash. They definitely have a backdoor. Your webcam looks like that one LTT meme. Fucking Linux. Exec bash? That didn't work. Can I just kill the terminal maybe? To restart it up, use the source command. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but except that's not where it stores the profile on this. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna kill the terminal and hope it works. Who am I? Something I always ask. Okay, this tutorial's breaking. Did I forget something? I hate typing in my password because I feel like fuck. I'm gonna accidentally type it somewhere like I shouldn't. I have that fear so much where like I unlock my Windows PC and I'm typing in my password before the screen turns on. And I've done that once and I had a fucking Discord general message open and I was like, fuck. Oops. Nearly told everyone my Windows login password. Oof. Okay, this shit ain't working. Add. Okay. This shit ain't working, but maybe this next bit will work. Permission denied. Okay, how about I do one of these? Okay, that didn't work. I really wish if you run a tutorial that you'd get rid of the bits that don't work. Now we know what's going on next time you type something incomprehensible into general. He's typing in D5G capital U 7 ampersand 8 slash and then 7 words from the Finnish dictionary. What the fuck? He must be crazy. Okay, Chone. Huh? That's not it. Time for your deck user to annex the Linux brew stuff. Maybe it was redundant. History. Fuck me. I added brew to user to the Linux and then changed the group permissions. I really wish the tutorial, when it like gives an example, would tell you how you do the thing. I feel like if anywhere, a tutorial would be where you put this shit. What the fuck are you typing? Tom Bowser's School 123. I wouldn't go there. Oh, okay. Let me try your other thing. Compiling with GCC on the Steam Deck Reddit. That's what I was just on. This is not. This shouldn't fix it, because I'm pretty sure I have to run this every time I want to get OSU working, but sure, we'll try it. It's doing something. Oh, hang on. Packages. GCC 12.2. Donut, you tool. You're using a version that's too recent. Heck, I think that's why I didn't want to run it. How are you supposed to know? I thought you knew everything. Your name's Chap. Donut Viking Chap. Restart your shell session. That's not working. Take me back to the tutorial I was following. Can I just run brew? Bash brew not. Oh, how about sudo brew? Brew not found. So what do you mean it got installed? The Qt framework. Holy shit! This is such a long tutorial. Okay, I think I might give up on this. No. What is this? Can you hear the music? It's a bit quiet, isn't it? There you go. Alright, I'm gonna just say kindly fuck this, and I'm just gonna stick to whatever version of Donut lib I was using. I wanted to do other stuff. It's already been 35 minutes. This is not worth my whole evening. I'm sure you've added support for rectangles or something. Those rectangles can wait for a day. There's music. Can you not hear it? People were saying it was fine. Oh, here it is. Flap Frog. Oh, Snug Space. Let's go. You can hear it. Alright, Bad Scout's just deaf. That's fine. Alright. Can I just delete the build folder? I feel like you could. But you could just delete the build folder. You make a new version that reverts to format. Do you know that's the only thing that's changed? Are you certain that everything else you've written is GCC 1.1, 1.12.2.0 compliant? It should be. Okay then, Donut. Go for it. We can just chat. Let's like sit and talk about our feelings for a minute. Do you want to tell me why, when I was doing pixel art, I gave the cat girl such an appearance? Can you explain this to me? This was like months ago. I was like, this would be cute. Can you explain yourself? Oh, important image. I went to so many places selling dojins. I could not find a single... Fuck. What are they called? Whatever. Keina Kamishiwasara, Keina Box by... I can't think with this music in my head. You know who I mean. I normally think of the circle name. I can't remember the name of the circle. Kararatoru. Something like that. Couldn't find any. Bean. Bean.png. Hang on, did I not... You do play as Dither, don't you? Holy shit. What character? It's not just Purple Okayu, alright? It was such a unique character, and then I gave her a shirt, so I was like, this shirt's working great. And then I just realised that it was fucking Nekomata Okayu. Is this a fellow GCC enjoyer stream? Yep, we're having such a good time with the GCC. It sounds like the fucking Russians or something. The GCC. You can like delete the build folder, right? I'm like pretty sure you can delete the build folder. GNU compiler collection. Donut, can I delete the build? Can I wipe it off, like the whole thing? Just nuke it from orbit? Hopefully yes. Alright. Failed to move to trash. Ugh. How about I just rename it? I mean, it looks like it's working, right? Printing home address. Is this your credit card number? GameCube controller. No? Oh, chat, we're going to go see Nessie this weekend. We're going on our Highlands visit. Northern Scotland. Should be fun. I get to get away from you lot. Oh shit, I hadn't thought about this. Maybe I'll take my pencils with me. I could do some drawing. Chat, you've seen my art, right? We're just wasting time anyway. Give me a second. Is there anything behind me? No. Ugh. I think Chris is being bullied in Baldur's Gate. Alright. Alright, Stinkies. Check this out. I'm going to show you my art book. I bought watercolor paints a few weeks ago, pencils. You can check out the template project. No, I'm going to show off my art. Alright, this is what I drew today. It's flipped horizontally, but that's what artists do, right? You flip it to see if it works. This is Death Mountain from Ocarina of Time. I drew this in 45 minutes before the stream today, and I wanted to experiment with a few things. So this is just like a sketch pad, right? it's got like nice rough paper. It's like it's made for this. So to make the sky, I like fucking incinerated this thing with water, and then I used like a pencil and an art and like a little paintbrush, and I took the paint off the pencil and then used that to make the sky and like smoothed it all out. And I did that with the grass as well. And then I did this all. I still wanted to see if I could like do it quick, because the other ones that I did took me like 2 or 3 days, like a few hours every day. So I wanted to see what I could do in like under an hour, which is like, this is like a third the amount of time and the others took maybe like a quarter, maybe even less. I don't know. So I didn't do like a sketch and I didn't plan it out. So that's why there's bits like this tree looks a little sketch, and this looks a little dodgy, and this looks a little dodgy, and this looks a little dodgy. It's because I just sort of like free-handed it. I was like, I'm going to put that here, I'm going to put that there, I'm going to put that there. I learned a lot. It's fun. Also, for this bit here, I got the paintbrush and I went like stab, 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 stab. That was fun. I like this. I think it was a good quick piece. So that's drying. So while that's drying, I'm going to smush it against the other page. It's like a Krabby Patty gummies. Oh, light corrected. And this is what I did the other day. This was my first piece. These are some berries on a branch. My first attempt at drawing since school. So this was really hard. I don't know why I picked such a difficult thing to draw. There's lots of little bits. I had a reference photo that I was trying to paint off from Sketch Daily or something. So I bet 1,000 people have drawn this. It looked quite simple, and then I actually got to drawing it, and it was there's so many fucking berries everywhere. But yeah, this was cool. The webcam is not made for this. But there's some bits that look nice. I've blended together multiple colours in some of these leaves. Looks nice, right? This was my second piece, where I drew a nice rose. This one I was quite happy with, except for the background. That's why I was experimenting with the background on this one, to get a flat color. This one, the background's ass, but ignoring the background, because the first one had no background. So I was like, okay, this time we'll make one. Oh, WouHou's working. Okay. This one, I was like, oh, this will be simple. I'll just draw a fucking flower. Turns out roses have 50 fucking thousand layers in them. They're hard. It's tough, but I managed it, and I think it looks pretty. Look at that nice blending. It's beautiful. What an artist. Anyway, I'm having fun. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not following a guide or anything, but I just thought it'd be fun to have a offline hobby. I lie on the sofa with a podcast and I draw. It's fun. It might be shit, but look, I can flick through my art book now, and there's color in it. So I hope to fill this up, and I'll be able to flick through it, and be look at how much better I am. Maybe. Anyway, that probably needs to dry. I'm actually going to leave it unlocked. Look, the old WouHou's running. Just gonna let that sit. I don't know when I'm going to start trying to draw people. I looked into it briefly and it terrified me. It was frightening. Have you seen what people look like? Right? Do I have an art program on this? I have Aspirite, right? What? It's not even installed. Alright. Yeah, install it, that's fine. That probably just killed the stream, right? Draw people like Zun. Dude, Zun's art's actually good. It's actually quite good. He has a recognizable style. At least it looks like a person. You see me try to draw people? This is what you get. People are frightening, dude. Alright, Aspirite's installed. At least this program is fucking tiny. Alright, launch. Looks fine. Thanks, Yoa. When are we doing more commissions? Oh, it seems to have remembered all this shit. Alright, let's go... We're gonna do art while we're waiting. Alright, chat. We're gonna draw... Does it still have my palette somewhere? This is not my palette. Fuck me if I know where my palette is. I think I had it on Google Drive, actually. Give me a second. I'm gonna try and find it. Because we spent forever. Did I stream it? I don't think I streamed it. I spent like hours before we went on our trip making a palette. I don't remember if I showed you or not. This was Acebright. Palette test 2.zip. Must be that. Scanning for viruses. Ugh. Google Drive password. Do I even have a password on Google Drive? Use two-factor. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. If you actually knew my password, it would not make a fucking difference. I have two-factor authentication. Sometimes I have like three-factor because I'm insane, like an idiot. Alright, palette test. Which is the most recent thing? This one. Hang on, how the fuck does this program work? Where's this extracting to? Extract to the desktop, sure, whatever. Just put it somewhere that this program can find it. Desktop. Is Acebright maybe a little stupid? Load palette. Okay, what about if I put it in... What about if I, like... Take this shit to the WouHou file. Personal. Projects. No, that's not it. Oh my. I don't understand WouHou. WouHou? I understand WouHou. Deck? Linux Brew? God, I hate Linux. Yeah, will I probably end up using it? Yes. Don't tell anyone. It's a .acebright file. Does it not know how to just open it? It's an unknown type of file. Windows knows how to open this with Acebright. Maybe I can force it? No. Oh, maybe I can. Open it. You can do it. It can't. It can? It can't. Ace. It doesn't know how to do shit. Steam is launching somehow. Steam's already open. Acebright. Okay, I'm gonna grab all this. I'm gonna open a different folder. I'm gonna go to downloads. I'm gonna go to fucking... What does Acebright thinks exists? God, this is frustrating. Load palette. Home deck projects WouHou data. Home deck. It's here. Oh, now it's loading. Why couldn't you find it earlier? No, it can't still. Documents. Palette test 2. Okay. It's a fucking miracle. Look. Sorry. These are not my fucking palettes. These are the tests. These are not the palette. Okay, whatever. It's good enough. Password manager. Maybe it's this one. This is not the palette test. I did not make a palette this big. Holy shit. It's such a big palette. Try this commit. Donut. You know what? I'm committed. Okay. 9A ACE 71D 88DA 03A 362432 D8 ADBB 3279. Is he a hacker? Might be. Missed half of it. Fuck. Okay, I might have missed half of it. There's another line. A902 F19 7B. Alright. 9 AACE 71DA8 Da 03 A 362432 Date ADBA 3279 A902 F197B. You could just copy it from my MacBook to my Steam Deck. Are you insane? Are you Bill Gates? Explain yourself now. This dingus. The LibDonut releases page. Oh, let me entertain chat for 10 minutes while I copy and paste off GitHub. It's way more fun if I type it manually. There's nothing funny about copy and pasting, Donut. You should know that. You're a developer. Our jobs are all at risk. What are you complaining about now? Template factory. No such file or image LDR. No such file or directory. Alright, this is in my code though. That's just my code. Alright, what's changed? You changed this from image LDR to... You changed it, right? Did you just have HDR now? Did you just call it image? I remember you maybe mentioning something like that. It's just image now. Yeah. You can just do include donut. Is it so? Has he done it? This is a great time for the Gensoku the Gods Only Knew to start banging out. I love this tune, dude. Where are you complaining? No, just search everywhere. The fuck? What the fuck? Hey, Clinex. There's even hashtag include hashtag. I can say hashtag now. Twitter doesn't exist anymore. Why can't I can go back with my mouse, but I can't go forwards? Why? Like I can go back, but not. Alright. Include donut aliases to get all your... Yeah? Alright, I see all these errors, but what's the real error? Render accent system. Ah. Let's just look for this. What did I rename it to? Just Donut. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. This is satisfying. Hang on, this is in my build folder. Don't include my fucking build folder. Hang on, this is __ build. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. Alright. That's more like it. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, 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 da. Oh, you know it's good when the output takes a second to load, huh? What the fuck happened here? Okay, but what's the real error? I get that you're complaining, but like, what's the actual error? What's the real error? Thought so. Input manager. Donut, you've done it again. What's it called now? Like input? Events. Oh. Wait, donut events slash? Like this? Oh, not remember C++. See you around, Yoma. Au revoir. Oh, donut events input manager. This song makes me think of Payload Pier. Do you not ever get that, or is it just me? Like, because I streamed Team Fortress so much with like Toho music. Do you ever like listen to like these songs and you're like, you know what? This reminds me of playing fucking Soldier on PL Pier. This song makes you think of Toho for some reason. That's bizarre. Can't imagine why. So chat, who are you lot rolling for at Blue Archive? Or are you saving for the New Year Problem 68s? Tell me now. I'll judge you. Are you rolling Nagisa? Toki? Saving? What catches do you lot play these days? I realize I like just don't play Genshin. I know France just released. I logged in because Tommy told me I could get a free cat girl. I installed 11 gigabytes for that. What do those words mean? Well, that was Genshin. I was talking about Blue Archive, the better Genshin. It's designed to pander towards old weebs. Can't imagine why I like it. Okay. I get it. You're old, you're confused. But what's the real error? You see, if this was Swift, the IDE would have broken. Just saying. Wouldn't have had to deal with any of this. Is this actually the error? I sure hope not. They're really curious. Genshin. I like Genshin. I just haven't been playing it. I was playing it on mobile on like Australian 400 ping for a while, and it just wore off a little bit. I'd love to play it on PC again in a few months. Clear output doesn't work. It does. Does it not? Looks like it cleared the output. When it outputs another thing, the old thing comes back. Okay, stop whatever you're doing. Just stop it. Stop it. Alright? Stop. No? Stop everything. It's still doing something. Just... okay. Let's try again. Alright? I see. You're telling me I could have made this in Unity. But then you don't get street cred. You know? Conan, my beloved. The Barbarian? Or the TV host? You moved to a student accommodation, now the freshers' weeks are coming up. There's partying outside. You should do freshers. Oh no, wait, you're like fucking my age. Don't do freshers. Yeah, stop. Stay inside. I forgot, sorry. Stay away from the 18-year-olds. You're old. Alright? The alcohol's probably shit anyway. Stay at home and drink your brandy. A lot of errors. Donut. I've spent an hour on this. What changes has happened to LibDonut that warrants this? What have you done? What's new? You don't get these errors. The API doesn't suck now. I've noticed that it's gone from compiling and running to not compiling or running. The shader support is good though. I like that. I'm seeing a lot of Vulkan, Wayland. Am I like multiple importing? You know what? Our jobs are safe from AI. There's no chance ChatGPT could hold all of this error log in its memory. It's compiling SDL2. Is it? You're working on your third year? By the way, how's the stream look? We're running on like 1000 bitrate. The what you're seeing is 1000 kilobytes. I'm gonna hide myself a bit so you can actually see, so I didn't realize I was covering that. The stream looks fine. That's impressive. Thanks, H264. Alright, let's have a look. Looks dandy. Why did I ever stream in 1080p 6K? Maybe it's one of these. Slightly hard to read on the title up top, yeah. Alright, Donut. Do I need to have SDL2 enabled? Can I... It says wanted on. Off. Yes, because it's half of the... It is SDL2. I thought you used SDL1. I'm mistaken. What if I delete the build file and just let it go? All right, let's just start. All right, you know, maybe there was something in there. All right, it's fetched LibDonut. It's fetching format. Can I remove format now? No, I shouldn't, because you've apparently now maintained backwards compatibility and it requires format, right? Just added it just for you. Cute. Fetching glad? The compiler's happy. We've been looking at flats to move into. Are you excited to see, like, I said this the other day, are you like, I've been using this blue snowball now for half a year from like 10 years ago. This was my like first proper YouTube mic. God, I'm old. Not really, I'm quite young, but like saying that this mic's 10 years old is kind of crazy. It's not, it's probably like 7, but whatever. You're gonna be like, your mind's gonna be blown when I go back to my XLR mic. You're gonna be like, holy shit. The stream sounds great. You're gonna be pogged out of your gourds. It's gonna be 1080p. No, it's not. It's gonna be 720. I give up on 1080p. 720 or like 900p is so much better. Or like the divisible by 8 one that's around 900. Kind of like 720p though. It just looks so good. Can't believe I streamed for so long at 1080 60. What an idiot. I'm sorry about that, chat. You had to put up with my idiocy for so long. 864p, is that it? It's gonna be good though. We're gonna be playing normal games again. Everything will look crisp. We can play multiplayer games. I need to try and work out how to set up a streaming PC, because I don't know how audio pass-through would work. I think there's some way you can do it. Something banana. I feel like it's not 864, because otherwise I'd remember it. Does this not have, like, cling to bottom? Don't share it. Just stick to the bottom. Alright, I think it's downloading. Maybe we stopped it in the middle of a download or something. But, like, because the internet here is awful, it's actually taking a while, right? The lock symbol is clicked to the bottom. Ah, yeah, auto-scrolling, a lock. Thank you. I think it actually is just taking a while, maybe. I feel like we didn't let it download for this long last time. Right? By the way, it's going to be at some point we're going to end the stream and we've done absolutely nothing. Like, I think we're probably finishing at, like, it's 11:30 now. No, it's not, it's 10:30. We're fine. For at least another half an hour. I'm a little pissed, though. I kind of wanted to do work today. Like, it's been months since we've done WouHou, and all we've done today is fuck around with dependencies. And you know what? I started out the stream by saying, hey, look, it compiles. Isn't it great? We can just jump straight into doing something. And instead, an hour and 10 minutes of this. Some say it's not worth it. You know? Someone should calculate how much of my dev time has just been sitting in a console confused out of my mind. Alright. These are different errors. Right? Different errors. That was not 1 minute. But sure. These are like real errors, I think. We just need to go through all the massive changes you've made to your API. Explain why you've made these changes. And if you say it looks cleaner, you're gonna get slapped on the wrist, alright? Now is the time to bring up the template project and compare. So it's... You're giving me homework. My spare time. The template project is one C++ file. Alright. Give me a second, I'll find it. My time feels disrespected right now. But also you're helping me, so we're both disrespecting each other. So it's... everyone loses. It's like an anime. Alright. DonutVikingChap.github.io does no longer exist, so you got rid of your website? No. What happened? Alright. Examples. Oh, I got a 404. Maybe there's an index or JSP I was missing. Alright. Dingus Dangus. Yeah, I want a blame on this diff. Alright, we're doing example game. No, I want you to cling like a... Oh, that's cool. Is this fancy zones? It's fancy. Alright, this 720p stream is about to be cut in half. As soon as it works out how it wants to... There we go. Oh, you meant LibDonut... LibDonut template main, not example game. I see. Okay, this is a very short file. I like that. I'm guessing the image LDR has been replaced with... Okay. The two errors in here seem to be graphic to image. Image is not in here. Okay, cool. Fine. What the fuck? Where am I typing? Phrase not? Can I not zoom out? What the fuck? It's that classic thing where the error messages stick around. If you want to get rid of them, I would do Control-Shift-P and reload window. Is it image? It's just image then. Okay. I'm very glad that I'm actually a mobile developer. Because when this happens, it's normally a day off. Not what I do on my day off. Requires single argument image, but 2 arguments are provided. Okay, it's definitely not this constructor then. Whatever. Take me to game. Alright. Application options. You've split them up, have you? Game. You launch it here using application options, not... Oh, this is application options. You've just extended it. Does this matter? At least you're using a cache. Next time, try disk2. Every resource time takes a file system. I wish to use system.default. All right, now we'll look at that in a minute. Copy paste. Copy pasting is not illegal. Copy paste. Copy paste from the sample. It is like coding for yourself. I don't know what it does, but I paste anyway. Does this split? Fantastic. Okay, we've got tick rate 60, min frame rate 1, max frame rate. We're gonna do this. Max frame rate limiter sleep enabled. This is new. Is this like how much time before it kicks in? Like it can jump up for a second. I don't know. Window options. You should have the template project somewhere. No, that's fine. I'll just have it here. This is split. See? Okay. We got this. Use has not been defined. Sure. Is that fucking nanoseconds or something? Nanora. Size. Is this relatable to screen width and screen height, maybe? Ah, screen width. Okay, let's just do this first. Resizable, I think I said no. No, I said yes. Okay, full screen, no. VSync, no. Massa level, no. No rendering options. Soundstage, speed of sound. Doppler effect. Holy shit. Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. Control clicking works sometimes, yeah. Hey, sick. Standard chrono steady clock. Shit me. Do you have a template for... Oh, you're using this. That fix that? Yeah, okay. This is all new. Oh shit, we have a controller. I'm not gonna fuck about with it now, but didn't this like work with my controller? That was cool. I'm just gonna leave this as defaults that you've defined. You know what's funny? In the last like year or two, I've noticed I've used online resources so much less. I don't know if that means I've become really good or I'm complacent. I think it's that I know what I'm doing now at work. Like when I started, you Google everything, right? You have no idea how anything works. I like day to day now. I never have to Google anything. It's kind of cool. I didn't know that would ever happen. People always talk about how developers always jerking each other off. I'm not. You know, I'm just silently getting on with my work. It's crazy. Character development. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba ba. Boom. Ba ba boom. You like to Google stuff like the Vulkan API. If I need to know something, Android Studio and Xcode have the Swift document. I mean, sometimes I Google Swift documentation, sure. But I'm not Googling for, like, how to do something. I'm Googling for, like, official documentation on some bullshit. Because it's not included in the IDE. Alright. Let's continue on here. Application now has a file system. Control C. Control... Oh, so you no longer to call it game, huh? No longer having fun? Alright, this shit can all go in there. Resize to what? File system object is created at the very bottom. Okay. Oh, does this shit go in file system? Alright. So file system isn't like the Windows file system or whatever. It's more of like a top level thing that you've done for this. I see. You do? At the bottom? It's virtual. Yeah, I get you. That's cool. I like that. Alright, whatever. I'm not seeing anywhere here you're making a class, so maybe I'm missing it. Whatever. Fine. What are you complaining about? Window does not name a... What are you on? Oh, this shit shouldn't be here. Yo, resize has been really adapted, huh? Hang on, screen viewport. Do I not need this? I feel like I'm using some of this shit that you've taken out of resize. What's changed here? How's this work? It'll be different depending on your use case. When was I using this before? Was I using it? I might not have used it. Maybe. I don't remember. Maybe I was using it. It doesn't use integer scaling. I like integer scaling. Do you think what I had before was fine then? What did I have in here before? Is there a view changes? Like a git, view git. Here we go. I wasn't running resize. How does this work then? Alright, so new window size is this. Maybe I can just call whatever this spits out new window size. Is this something I was using? This seems like new stuff. You'll need an actual window. That is indeed new stuff. I feel like I've just changed from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5, and I've had to completely redo my entire project. Maybe I scrap this and I just draw like mountains instead. Scroll to the member variables and it'll make sense. Alright, well let's just ignore the whole this for now. Oh dear. WouHou 3. This time with a dog girl. Sick of cat girls. They're at the bottom. Yeah, dude. But I'd already written quite a lot of game, you see. These are quite fundamental changes. Event pump. I'm getting flashbacks to when I used to do Game Maker and I found like a new movement engine and I decided to plop it in my game that I'd already been working on for like 5 years. It took so long to pull it apart. Oh, why? Why couldn't it be modular? No. You do it now, so you don't have to do it later. But what about the next time you decide to make a... What's the word? What's a something shift? Paradigm shift. What happens at the next paradigm shift? Fuck, we're using Rust now. Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was gonna get rusty. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. This shouldn't be on the master branch. I'm gonna make this branch. This is gonna be called Donut 1.4.3. I don't know what you called it. 1.4 upgrade. Alright, so at least I'm not fucking up what I had before. Alright, this is such a nice thing you've done. Okay. Let's rewrite everything. Okay, 15 minutes and then I can go to bed. Oh, chat, I'm just not feeling it today. Blah, 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 blah. Stream OC. Okay. Application options. Let's cut you out. Game. What's wrong here? Unknown type application options. Are you using a new... aliases, right? Actually, it's just these two. Alright, we do this. It's game options in your project. Oh! Yeah. Okay, fine. Well, I'll rename it. That's fine. Whatever. Alright, this is fine. Don't save anything, I don't care. Window, what's wrong? Window does not name... Is window changed? Okay, whatever. Let's just go with it for now. Protected. Update tick display. Have you still got those? Update tick. Oh no, you've gotten rid of prepare. Handle events. You don't have a window yet. Application used to make it implicitly, but it was silly, so you separated it. Okay. Let's try and just copy your prepare for display to the start of display. Fair enough. Alright. Prepare for events. Handle event. Well, let's just do this for now. Handle event I know has been changed, but just go with it for now. Update takes frame info. Tick info is no longer called tick info, it's now called what? Process tick time. Is that elapsed or delta? Process tick time. Is that delta? Get last tick info. Java. Okay, let's just look at that later. That's fine. Update. Handle events. Let's just pop this in here. We'll have sound at some point. What's listener? Something later. Animation, fine, fine. Paused, fine. Whoops. It's a method. Okay, we'll get to it then. Try to resume. Why is this in a method? Where's this used? Sure, whatever. You've got update tick display, so let's just shove this somewhere else. Maybe you can go in private. Prepare for display. Can I just hide this? Perfect. No, I don't need to see that. That's okay. It's okay to hide it. It's fine. Whatever. Try to... Yeah, I know. I got it. Ba, 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 da. Ooh, chocolate bars. Get diffs. Yeah. Oh, it's not something to let me hide the comments. Can you not collapse comments? Whatever. Update tick display. Update tick display. Update void frame info. Oh, because you weren't using it. And you wanted it to compile. Fine. Update. Fine. Tick. Fine. Display. You're doing frame buffery things. This is new. No, it's not. Frame buffer is get the frame buffer. How am I getting the frame buffer here? Guess I'm storing it. Render. 3D then 2D. Alright, I'm not using that right now, am I? Fine. Oh, it used to be that you store a frame buffer, now you create a window that holds it. Oh, okay. So we need to delete that frame buffer. Sorry. I don't remember what's going on in here. Oh, I'm already passing this in. Okay, whatever. Let's get rid of you, I think. I'll grab this shit. You put these methods above the those? Okay. Yeah, I know there's a resize. We also have a handle events. How different is this to what I've got? That does look pretty different. The application doesn't handle them. You make an event pump and poll it for events. So I can just do this maybe. Okay. Hang on, is handle events still a thing? Why isn't this throwing up a hiss? Whatever. Where are you being ran? In update. Okay. Fine. Update tick display. You can put the code directly in update if you want. I'll leave it for now. We just need to get it in a state where it works, and then we can handle that. Alright, here's the other shit you've got. What's all this? You have an event pump? What's this? Is this, you? No. It's this, I think. Okay, what have you got here? You have an input manager? Oh, so you do have an input manager. Listener, that's new. Soundstage, new. Renderer. I think I've put everything up at the top like I should have. Yeah. UI camera, world camera, viewport, window. Fine. So we can get rid of this. I guess we get rid of the two viewports. What's the new equivalent of screen and world? I guess viewport is there's the window, like the Windows or the Linux or the Mac OS construct, and the viewport is probably the main thing we draw in there. And then the viewport has a world camera for like backgrounds and then a UI camera for overlays. Am I right? I think world and screen were used that way before. You don't know if your game needs two, they might be the same. Well, I said before I had plans that I might make although it was currently unused, I might make, like a different background, like a 3D background. Haven't gotten to that yet. Maybe the game will be 3D, I don't know. Things can change. Anyway, do we not need this shit anymore? Do you not need an input manager anymore? I guess I had Dead Zone 0.2. This is now animation stuff. And systems. I like to organize these events. No reason. The raw view protection matrices have been replaced with graphics camera. Sure. So now we just have graphic registry. Graphic, template. What did you miss? You missed lots. You might have some custom sense set. Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, we had 0.2 Dead Zone. Which is this. 0.2. It's fine for now. Don't worry about it. Anything that needs tweaking can be tweaked, but that's not gonna adjust. That's not gonna affect the compilation. That's post stuff. Alright, what else have you done? You have main declared. What? Do I have that in a different file, don't I? Is it control main? Main? That's this. Question mark. Options parser. Sure. Am I using any of these? I feel like I'm not. If you're worried you'll forget to tweak it and wonder why your controller feels off. Yeah, I'd blame you. If it's your fault, why not? It's fun. Anyway, so this is full screen. Renderer? What's max FPS? Max frame rate under application options. Alright. Yeah, I got it, dude, don't worry. Alright, what's changed here? You have this file system thing now? Match. Okay. You like how it's source engine style 239 to 240? My dude, I can't... You can't change perfection, alright? Sometimes it's just gotta be a little bit of spice. A little paprika. I trust paprika. Sure, alright, smoked paprika's out there. Alright, fine. Chill. Give me the classic, alright? I wanna see max FPS minus one of your monitors refresh rate. Okay, I would like it to print off an error, actually. Events message box show. Looks good. Okay, let's get the file system. Fuck off. What have we got here? What were you? I got rid of them. I didn't like that crunching. Source control game. What were you before? I'll leave this as defaults. Those look good. Should this be data? Yeah. How do I format the file? Is there like... Oh, Control-Shift-I. This is not meant to... Is there a way to format file and, like, tabs? Wasn't there like a clang tidy or something? Data directory. Yeah. Alright, that's this. Match catch. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hang on, does the game no longer get... Fuck off variant. Does the game no longer get launch options? No. I guess launch options aren't passed in anymore. Yeah, I get that it takes file system. I guess, actually, hang on, here you've... Oh. So do you no longer do this match catch, I guess? Oh. Yeah. But the arg0 is still used. Did I rename it in the end? Game. WouHou game. Keep the old match code, that's fine. Oh yeah. Okay, hang on, what's this do? This matches... I thought match grabs shit if you launched it with command options, it grabs the options out of the command line and uses that. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. Ah, it's in here. Alright, nice. Okay, let's fix these other issues then. Process tick time is no longer called process tick time. It's now called... Is process tick time now delta time or elapsed time? Have you written a doc for this? It's probably delta, right? I can't imagine it's not. Might be formatable. Get latest tick info. Was that something that you included? Is that just part of application? Where's this from? Is this application? Ah, application. Okay. Easy. Oops. Wait, that's not that. Get latest tick info. Get latest... Okay. This needs to void. Was it tick info void? Yes. Sure. 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 Why not? Great syntax. Sure. You changed the other one to delta time. What the fuck have I done? Sorry, what? The other one? What are you on? This should be get latest frame info, actually. Hang on. Oh, no, this is replacing frame info. Why would it be latest tick info? This is frame info, tick info. Hang on. Hey, brother.
You have been attacked by the Chris. Bam, what will you do?
I'm terrified.
Chris wins.
Chris wins. How's Balding Gate?
Okay, Chris wins.
I'm a little hungry too. You have a bunch of olives and cheese you can eat. You don't want to eat olives and cheese? These strawberries we need to eat today. You can eat strawberries. There's a dried... look on top of the fridge. There's loads. There's... You can have chips if you want to wait. You can eat a single piece of vegan bologna? What is it? Chorizo. Are you just eating that as is? Is it good? Cold pea protein? I won't, that's fine. Is it good? Okay. It's assumed you won't use it most of the time and you can use it to get latest info. Sorry. The latest tick info can be embedded in frame info. Now it's assumed you won't need it. What do you do in here? Oh, hang on. Hang on, is this really what this was? Hang on, what? What's this? This can't be right. Take me to update. Process. Okay, so these are both process tick time. I just fucked it up at some point. Okay. So this can be get latest tick info dot process tick time. Sure. Some issues with fonts? Is this no longer how you do font? This changed? Const Donuts graphics font. You no longer load it with... You have to use a file system now, maybe. What the fuck? I guess I no longer use the screen viewport. What do I do here? Drawing stuff. Do I just import both cameras and the viewport, maybe? Render background system probably wants one camera, render actor probably wants another, and render HUD probably wants another. Right? You would add file system as a first member to game. Am I not doing that? Yeah, it's right there. Currently not being used. What can I do with file system? Append file, create file, check if a file exists. Mount archive, unmount archive. Okay. You're taking it in, but you're not storing a reference to it or doing anything with it yet. Alright. Am I not storing a file system? Is this thing doing it? What are you? Make the window bigger, please. This is not saving it. It used to be implicit. That's not good. No one wants to be implicit. References have to be instantiated in the member list at the top. Oh yeah. Do I just pop it up here? This is different. You know you can use F2. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. I don't normally use VS Code. It's been a few months. Copy JSON stuff from example game. Oh, thank you. Anyway, sorry. What was I saying about cameras? We were going to adapt. How many cameras do I have right now? 2, right? World UI. What did your camera thing do? Is there anything intrinsically wrong, Donut, with using with drawing both actors in the background into the same camera? Is that alright? Or I guess if I want to do you apply shaders to the camera, or how did you write it? Because if this were like Unreal, you'd have one camera, right? That would have in it the player and the background and all the other actors and whatnot, right? And then you might have a HUD camera. Also, I don't quite remember it. I'm assuming you want your world camera to have a perspective projection, the UI camera to have an orthographic. It doesn't really answer my question. The player isn't a UI element, right? That sounds right. Yeah. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go with my gut then and see. UI is gonna be drawing all the 2D stuff. Yeah, right. Actually, right now our play is 2D though. So if I was going with the original design docs, where we were gonna, including the player and stuff in your case, yeah, I was gonna say, if we have some like pseudo or actual 3D like background, and we heck about with those, that can be completely separate and morphed and transformed however we like, separate to the player and everything. Might want to rename it to Screen Camera or something. Is that what we called it before? Why don't we just 2D. It's fun. If I wanted to be a real smarty pants, I'd call it ortho and perspective. Your old name was view protection, was screen projection. That's true. That's true. I'm just gonna leave it for now. We're just trying to get it to compile again, so let's just let it sit. All right. We can say the background will take in the. How long have we been streaming for? Today we've been streaming for 2 hours today. We were just trying to get it to bloody compile again. How long am I streaming for from now on? I don't know. If I can get this compiled in the next some number of minutes, then I'll be happy. I don't think we're doing much more exciting stuff today, if that's what you're wondering. If you want to watch something more entertaining, maybe you want to do that. This is bug fixing the stream, which is exciting.
Bad marketing for your stream.
The background is also UI in your case. Well, right now it is. Is there a background? I don't remember. Oh, well, thank you. This is interesting. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, for now, alright, fine. For now, let's just chuck everything in the UI camera. And you know what? Yeah, sure, let's rename it to Screen Camera. I think. That's fine. Screen projection view matrix. Okay, if I want to find and replace, can I Control R? Control Shift R? Control F? There we go. You happy? They're happy. Alright. Sick. Make unique. What's wrong? They don't want a screen camera? Oh, they don't want this. They want a camera. Hang on. Alright. You want a... Oh, is this a reference? Surely. Yeah, it should be. Camera 4. Hang on. Camera. Camera. Is it graphics camera? Is that right? Camera. You can pass it as a const reference. Let's just compile it. Oh, actually, can I? Since this, yeah, I guess so. Twitch just crashed. Is it all working? Okay. That's fine. All right. This he's happy about that, I hope. Why aren't you happy? I think you are. What was it again? Control-Shift-P, reload a window. Is he happy or is he still sad? The const argument is non-const, or cog. I mean, he's not complaining anymore. Alright, let's just, he seems happy. Where did I shove the camera shit? I just said it like 8 times in a row and I seem to have lost it. Alright, render background. You're good. You stay on the right. Alright, render actor. It's not a compiler error. Yeah. Like that? Is that what you want? I should specify, Mr. New Viewer, Mr. Gubo. I'm not normally a C++ developer. This is my fun side project that I pick up every few months. So I can learn. Hey, Winters. So sorry if I look stupid. I am. Anyway, this is all a learning experience, I'm afraid. For all of us, in patience. Okay, I haven't quite worked that out yet. This hasn't quite worked out yet. Fine. You normally use Rust. Yo, a Rusty boy. Let's go. Hey, what? Was it you, Linley? Someone else was really into Rust lately. What do I normally use? I do Kotlin and Swift. I don't touch Java that much, unless I need to do like back-end work, which is not that common. Alright, this looks fun. You're complaining. Input file stream. Sure. Oh yeah, save everything. Save all. Save all. Christ. You've been trying to learn it. You made one project with it's cool. Lynn uses Rust and you think Antonda uses it. Chat's full of hipsters. All of the images are now automatically flipped. Oh, is it because you were like... I don't remember. Weren't you loading in the bitmap like this, which makes it upside down by default or something? What was it? Something like that. Okay, hang on. What are you? Get out of here. Alright, get rid of this. I feel like we need to pass in the file system now. Do you now pass in like a file system and a file name or something? OpenGL expects them to be like that. Ah, yeah. Love it. Okay. Expects to... What does image expect? Take me there. Take me to image. Take me to... No? Okay, fine. What a glorious editor. Image, here we go. We got there. How do I construct you? Read-only non-owning view over a 2D image. These are some beautiful documentation. This is lovely. Hang on, I need to move my mouse left off the side of this monitor to get to my Steam Deck so I can change the volume. Okay. Do I need to use image view now instead of image? No, you actually have image here, hang on. I'm seeing a lot of image view. Okay, sorry. What are the current issues then? I don't want to go to bed at some point. Probably just missing the file system. No, but like, as in, do I pass in the file system to image? Like, is it image, like, file system, like that? Yeah, okay, it is. Fine. So, sorry. Sorry, everything now needs file system. I guess everything that needs the file system. Bizarre. Alright. Game. Bum, 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 bum. Everything that loads resources, which is good, because then you can see which systems might access the file system. That's crazy. Alright, where am I creating menu systems? These? Render background, probably these, right? So let's just chuck it in at the end. Actually, for whatever reason it's lowercase. We'll fix that later with our trusty F2. Alright. All good? All good. Okay, cool. It can be a constant, right? We're not... How does C++ deal with constant? Is it constant if you aren't replacing the object in place? Like you aren't reassigning it? But you can edit everything inside of it? Because that's how it works with Kotlin? One of them. Swift throws up a hissy fit if you have a let and you try and change anything inside of it, but Kotlin's, he's a good boy. How does it work with C++? Can this be a const just to say don't replace this file system? For now I don't care, so I guess I'll just get it working. Const means you can't assign to it, and you can only call methods marked const. You can only call methods marked const. So you're basically just saying, like, only use this how I intend. Don't you dare do something else. You made it so const file system means you can open and read but not write them, so it makes it read only. I'm just gonna not worry about it for now. This is fine. File system, all good. Render actor. Will I ever get this right? What the heck is a semicolon? Oh my god. Something new just added. I was gonna say new currency. New grammar just invented. Semicolon. Edit it. Can you hear my keyboard when I'm typing? Or is it if I'm like typing and talking, maybe you can hear it? Should I turn off the filter so you can just always hear the crackling? Wow. Wouldn't it be nice? Okay. Image, you want file system. What's up? Ah, C++. How about now? Nope. Okay, how about now? Now it's happy. Okay. Fine. What is get time? Timer not exist? Did you get rid of timer? Did you maybe rename it? That might be it. What did you call it? Donut slash super donut or something? It's just time. It's a bit easier to use. Cool. Do I have to change anything? No. Not yet. Okay. Yeah, save it. You're basically just using it like a float. Hang on, how does time work now? It says it used to be get time, but it doesn't seem to want to load the documentation. Nor does the program want to find the file. Oh, whatever. I'll do something else for a second. Maybe I'll try and build and see if it'll just spit out the errors. Does the music volume remain okay? I can just remove .getTime. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can stop that build. Thanks. This is gonna be camera, I think. Is it not camera? Oh, this needs to be updated. Oh god, does everywhere that use this need to be updated? Okay. Oh, it's everywhere. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry. I sneezed. Is there somewhere that just lists errors in this application? Like, view problems. Ah. Nice. Okay. For the fixes... Yeah, I know. Like if we're renaming the, we're changing the, if we're refactoring the class type or whatever. Why are you complaining about? Does font just need file system? Oh. Okay. What are you actually complaining about? Render background system. Oh, you don't have a file system. Yeah. My bad. It's kind of hard to read, I'll be honest. Do you need that too? What are you complaining about? Are you complaining because you've been sent in a viewport and a screen camera? Alright. What are you? You're not screen viewport, you are camera, I think. Oh, it's just here and here. Camera, and then you're looking for one of these bad boys. Camera, and camera. It's no longer app input manager. Did you mean... Yeah, sure, just quick fix, that's fine. You can do it again. Control plus, I can't do that. Alright, pause system's looking good. Right? What's wrong? No, it's looking good. Okay. File input stream. You said to copy this out of somewhere else, right? Some sample file. You should enable autosave, can I? Yeah, it's kind of weird having to manually save. Ah, sick. Just do it constantly, yeah. Nice, alright, so easy. Example game.cpp. So do I have that in here somewhere? No, okay, fine. Maybe it's because it's ignoring the build file, actually. Hang on. It's right here. I don't know why my... Oh, now I can find it. Now that I found it, it's like, oh, I actually found it. Me, Visual Studio Code. Not you. Alright, sure. Whatever. What the fuck am I looking at? Take me to... No? Okay. Bindings. This stuff. You reckon we can just Just grab that. I reckon that'll just work. Well, this is asking for a file system, so let's just grab that first. I think you can copy paste that. My favorite words. I never want to hear anything else. What? You should already have it as a member. Oh, this is game, yeah. Fair dues. Yeah, hang on, you've written file path differently. Whatever. Okay. It's not complaining. Is it Control B? Control B is not build, it's that. Okay. What is build? What's like the shortcut? Run? Whatever. F7. Oh. Yeah, but were you successful? I get that you tried building, but did you succeed? I love pressing a single key on my, or two keys on my keyboard function, and then having it like do stuff. Makes you feel like a hacker. Like dodonk. You get what I mean? All right. There's a lot of errors, dude. It's like nearly midnight. I don't know if I can get this done today. A lot of the errors are in here, actually. What's wrong? Do I need to maybe import the donut shit? How about now? You happier? App input is now events input. That's not what I wanted to do. Control R? Nope. Control F? There we go. Got there eventually. Guessing it's capital. Yeah. Was that faster than just copy and pasting? I don't know. Oi oi. Hello, Owsy. Was update changed? This looks okay. What are you complaining about? Have I forgotten a semicolon? It's usually a semicolon. What the fuck just happened? Hang on. What are you complaining about? Oh, build error sticker out. What program? What's a better editor? Is it just the full-on Visual Studio Community? I don't have the money to buy Sea Lion. I'm sorry. If you can find one, please tell me. I mean, it is Sea Lion, but they don't have a community edition because apparently only 90-year-olds use C++. Did I say that? Countdown loop trigger. What is it now? Countdown loop? No. What is it now? Take me there. Take me to this file. It's just an overload of countdown loop now. That's what it looked like. Because the whole point was you had it tied to a boolean, right? What am I making? A mess. It's a bullet hell 2D shooter, shoot 'em up game. Donut, the manager of my graphics and IO library, has done a big update in the last few months since I last touched it, so we're trying to fix the project. Core engine features. Oh, countdown. How are you, Azzy? Why are you complaining, though? There shouldn't be a third one, my dude. It doesn't expect there to be a third one. Okay. It's no longer called Get Absolute Vector. Get Absolute State, maybe? Weapon shootable is a float instead of a time float. Hello, Gwen. Weapon shooting interval. Stop this. You reckon? What emote is that? Oh, it's a sad fox. What's wrong? Okay, that did seem to fix that. Get Absolute Vector is different now. What's this now? Pizza Hut is out of chili peppers. It happens? Really? Get Absolute Value. Okay. Cool. Get Absolute Value is now Get Absolute State. Was I using that anywhere? No. I have a feeling that you were being used in other places. No, just here. Sure. Oh. What on earth are you complaining about? Absolute Value sounds enticing. Ah. I see. Why on earth are you complaining? Maybe you won't complain if I refresh. I feel like I need a faster computer to do this development. Like maybe I should just be doing Python or something. Just interpret one line at a time. None of this refreshing everything. Alright, it's no longer complaining. That's lovely. What's the next complaint? Go on. I might just have to stop, by the way. I did not expect to have to do nearly a 3-hour stream on this. I really thought this was going to take like 10 minutes. I kind of want to go to bed. We're like going to be on the train for a long time tomorrow. If you build it, it should remove the old errors. Okay. What are you on? Now that shot interval is a thing, I have to do this. Maybe? Mystery. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. Yeah, I know. Fuck me, everything needs a file system. Get out of here. I need like a much bigger screen as well. This poor little portable one is too small for this. Can I make it smaller maybe? Yeah. Ow. So small. Any complaints? None of these are the real error. Sorry. This must be riveting for you as well, right? I hope so. Fuck, what's all this? Add time. What's no add time? Add? I know you said you can do plus, but like, how do I actually? This helps reveal how many system depends on the file system. It probably isn't an issue now. Alright. You've changed add time. What's the equivalent? Just do plus equals. Just like that? Wait, hang on. What am I looking at here? Health? What does this symbol mean again? Assign to? Well, default involved time is not a time. So this needs to be that. It's dot but for pointers, right? It is a good song. I'll raise it, sorry. I love Ren's song. I really want to play Fantastic Danmaku Festival, actually. I just want to listen to Ren's remix and that. Oh, thank you, Dylan. You don't seem to have a complaint. Oh, you do. Oh, it's not countdown anymore. What is it now? Hang on, what's the complaint here? Int to float. Time float. Does this not work? Oh, I need to have the namespace. Using namespace chrono literals. How about now? So, okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Could I include this chronoliterals thing somewhere where it's included everywhere? I feel like I shouldn't be putting it in every file. That one was 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, it's a respawn timer. Now do everything with milliseconds, because that's how I normally do timer stuff. You had a file called common. Did I? Oh yeah. Do I just do this? Is it now everywhere? So wait, hang on. What is input file stream now, Donut, if it's been named something else? If it's unhappy with this? Is it now like Donut IO or something? You reckon I don't need these? Let's leave it for now. Yeah, you can use it too. He's written like a layer between SDL2 and a couple of handy functions. Just to boil down presumably hundreds of hours of work into about five sentences. It's a lot of work. I'm going to use milliseconds for everything, he says, immediately stopping doing that. Graphics, audio and stuff, yeah. It's like Unity, but with more pizzazz. Yeah, I'd be such a good VTuber. Imagine instead of this horrid face, you had a cute anime girl. Hey, it built. Hey, it ran. Ooh, it comes with code. Dude. Yo, it's like Windows XP. Yo! What the fuck has happened? Try pausing the debugger. How the fuck do I do that? This isn't being ran as a debugger, hang on. Yeah, I got him. Where's the pause button? Oh. I have a feeling it's an issue in the camera. Right? Maybe you aren't calling window.present. Where would I do that in mine? Just in display. How do you lot like the shirt today, chat? The orange. Oh, hey. Dude, that's fantastic. I think this is the native resolution of the game. It's just not resizing properly. Dude, it's perfect. I can go to bed. We can fix this some other time. I think it's just not stretching. It's not doing the scaling properly. Well, it's doing some of the scaling. That's sick. I'm surprised it just sort of worked. It's just resized. Actually, yeah, let's try and fix that. What are we missing? Before we were doing all this... Author. It's this, I think. Right? Compared to example game. Oh, hang on, what the fuck am I looking at here? You can stay away. Okay, whatever. The game can just look like this. It's a stylistic choice. Alright. This is my art style. I'm gonna go to bed, dude. It's like past midnight. I'm gonna get like yelled at. You were so close. Okay, tell me the exact solution. Do all my work for me. No, I can't ask you to do that. We can fix it next time. What's left? Like, what do we need to do? What is all this? What do you do here? How does this function work? You pretty much had it. Oh shit. Hang on. You can't just say that. That's like telling a gambling addict they nearly won. Alright, let's see. So we've got this drawing. It just needs to scale. Cool. We're assigning our variables for the cameras, but we just haven't modified them. Similar to what we're doing in here somewhere. Create integer scaled. I'm so tired, dude. So we're already doing this. This is Gucci. World camera. You have this other stuff in, whether or not it's relevant, I don't know, but I'll pop it in here as like a reference point. This doesn't matter, the world camera isn't used right now. Screen camera is this. Viewport. What is world viewport? Is that just... It's just what you've called viewport. Okay. So here it's actually just 0, 0. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I see. No, I see. Now I look at it for like 3 seconds. This shit we can pass in. Actually, we had this in here. Hang on. Pop this stuff at the top, please. We already had some stuff in here. So... This isn't used. Think... do care. I wasn't even using this function before. Oh. What size? Good drawable size. Oh. Yeah. This did nothing. I even gave it cock and balls too. Do you need to, is this not being called maybe? It's being held at the end. Maybe that changes somehow? Doubt it. I think your window options are set wrong. I think you might be right. Do we no longer do this, maybe? No, that's the game's running in the resolution the game actually runs at. But why was it multiplied by 2? Do you need to index? You wanted it to start a little bit, yeah? Oh, yeah. So this should work then. This should just look how it looks. Why does this take so long? This is like the world's smallest project. You're telling me it needs to spend this long. There we go. Yeah, it's just the actual scale function doesn't work. Well. Yeah, something's off here. So resize is being ran. Oh, this is exhausting. I'm gonna be yelled at for sure, dude. Resize. I don't get it. Oh. Oh, who are you? It doesn't even, it's not even meant to be here. It's not even becoming a comment. Steam Deck issue. This is beautiful. I'm amazed that it just works. Ignore the 3-hour timer on the stream from when I said, oh look, it just compiles and we can get going. This means we can try and get shaders working though, right? Although I bet that world projection viewport won't work because I haven't tested it. Alright. Let's wrap it up there for today, chat. Let's try and get WouHou background working next time, maybe. Does this program have git, like, commit? Oh, perfect. Alright, sick. I'm gonna head off for today, chat. Sorry it went on for so long. Apparently sometimes it just takes 3 hours to get it to run when it already ran. Thanks for helping me out, chat. Donut. I appreciate the help. Next time, let's do something new. let's produce something of value. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all Sunday or Monday, because we're gone over the weekend. So I'll see you all soon. Bye bye. The code got a little better. You bet. I can now type MS in milliseconds, Chris. She's barred at me. Alright. Good enough, chat. Fine Avon, fine weekend. Bye bye.